my goodness, we've had our share of technical difficulties today. I apologize for that. Deep breath, we can all relax, right? That's the most challenging part of these whole silly virtual events, is that the technical piece. Usually it works, but we're learning. We're all learning together. Well, welcome everybody. I am Jeff Durkee from Regal Lager. Regal Lager is a distributor of 5 different great baby brands. We have 4 of those brands represented here at the Prego Expo. So check out all of our booths. Tomorrow, Dave Milligan, one of my colleagues, is going to be telling you about Decor and Know Me. Those are 2 of our great brands. And today, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a teaser, a reason to go visit Love to Dream and Lascal, which is our other 2 booths that we have that we're showing you here. So first and foremost, again, welcome. You're in the Regal Lager University studio. I'm going to start talking to you about Love to Dream a little bit, just to get you some information as to why you'd want to go check us out in the booth. And I'm also going to first say congratulations. All of you that are out there spending some time with me right now, you're watching the broadcast, you're expecting, congratulations. You know, one of the things I love about Regal Lager is we never forget that this is a huge time in your life. And we really appreciate that you let us be a part of your parenting journey. And we sincerely hope, and we know, actually, we know, because we've been doing this a long time, we know good products. We know that our products are going to make your parenting journey a little bit easier. So anyway, let's just talk a little bit about the first brand, which I mentioned, which is Love to Dream. Now, Regal Lager, we are all about products. The products we represent, they are all great problem-solving products. So everything that we're going to talk to you about, what I'm going to talk to you about today, what Dave's going to talk to you about when you go see our booths, we're all about solving problems in your everyday life, right? So Love to Dream is an Australian swaddling product. It was a mom-invented product about 11 years ago. And I know a lot of you are out there going, yeah, man, boy, that's what I need to do. I need to invent a great product. Well, I've been in the baby business for almost 34 years. And I can tell you right now, so many of the products come from moms, because you're in that trenches every day and you're dealing with things and you just think, why doesn't somebody make a better one of these? Well, that's what Love to Dream did. That's what Hannah at Love to Dream did. Love to Dream is all about swaddling, sleep, and safe sleep, okay? It is a safe sleep product. So when you go visit the booth, we're going to tell you all kinds of things about swaddling. I'm going to tell you all kinds of things about swaddling. You know, it can be a little bit tricky. It can be a little daunting. That's one of those tasks like changing the diaper pail that a lot of parents, it's the dad that ends up doing the swaddling, because there's sort of the idea that dad's going to get that burrito wrapped super tight and everything's going to be fine, right? But it's tricky, it's daunting, and you know, you want to make it simple. Simple is key. So Love to Dream is actually, it's one of the hottest selling swaddle brands on the market. Our sales are up like 35% year to date. We were up 50% last year. I mean, the sales are just going through the roof. And I'd love to think it's because I'm such an awesome sales dude, but it's really because the product works. Here's a little sneak peek for you. This is one of my baby dolls. You'll see them in full action if you come to our booth. You'll learn all about this. Oh, you'll notice this here, right? Why are the baby's arms up? For you new parents, what you don't know is when you put your babies to sleep on their back, their arms do go up. That's their natural position, okay? And you'll learn a whole lot more about that when you come to visit us in the booth. Okay. Also, when you're looking out online at things, and we know that, you know, as soon as mom finds out she's pregnant, she becomes a consummate researcher, just wants like tons and tons of information, and that's great. There is so much information out there, it's amazing. And when you start looking at Love to Dream, what you're going to see is there are thousands and thousands of reviews, and they're all amazing, right? And the phrase that like we hear the most when we're at consumer events, like if this were a live and in-person event, when I would be standing across from you, or especially if you had been a user of the product, what you would tell me is it saved my life. That's what we hear so often, because sleep is so important, right? Because when the baby sleeps, the family sleeps. And that's really important. I mean, I've read studies on sleep deprivation where sleep deprived people make worse decisions than people who are severely intoxicated. So it's a real thing. It's something that is very important that the whole family unit gets good sleep. So that's what Love to Dream is all about. This is not your mother's swaddle. This is simple, right? You have all these issues with or not issues, but let's face it, blanket swaddling, there's a knack to it. You gotta get really good at it. Some people are super good at it, and that's great. But even if you're super good at blanket swaddling, this is the baby's natural position. And what you're going to find out when you visit the booth is that's because babies want to get access to their hands. They want to have their hands to their mouths, right? If you're far enough along in your pregnancy, you've seen ultrasound pictures. You've seen the pictures of the babies with their hands in their mouth, their hands at their face, they're sucking on their thumbs, all those things. Those are amazing. But that's the point. The baby wants their hands to their face. They want to be able to touch their face. But babies are also born with this thing called the Moro reflex or the startle reflex, and they'll actually startle themselves awake. So that's why we swaddle them. Again, come to the booth, you'll learn all about this. Swaddling has been around for thousands of years. I've got some cool facts for you too. Okay, other things about Love to Dream. Come on, it's just so darn cute. I mean, if you've seen your friends' pictures of their babies in the swaddle up out there, I mean, they're adorable, right? And here's what's great too. Look at all these fabrics. We've got tons of fabric options. If you're someplace in the northern hemisphere, the northern part of the US or Canada right now, it's getting chilly. You're going to want warmer garments, right? Especially like I grew up in the Northeast. My kids were both born up in New Hampshire. It's cold. And at night, you don't keep the house up at 70 degrees. I mean, heck, I didn't. We lower the house. It's cool at night. So you want a warmer garment for that baby at night. And I'll give you a little bit of a sneak preview. I can't speak, but I'll tell you. This is our Love to Dream Rainbow Swaddle. This is brand new. This is in celebration of rainbow babies. So for those of you that are out there that are pregnant right now with a rainbow baby, this is the Rainbow Swaddle Up. This is a very special swaddle. Regal Lager is actually donating $5 from the sale of every single swaddle, rainbow swaddle, to First Candle, which is an organization. It used to be called, years ago, it was the SIDS Alliance. They are all about getting that baby to their first birthday, safe sleep environments, but they also do provide grief support for parents who have unfortunately lost a child to stillbirth or miscarriage or any other thing. So great organization, and we're big supporters. So that's just a little sneak preview of one of the fabrics that we have to show you. We have lots of options. Let's see. Oh, you know what's really cool too? I'm just thinking about what so many parents have told us is they when they're telling us how much they love their swaddle up and how the baby loves it, they'll say, we just put the baby in it. You zip them up in it, and they already associate that with it's time to go to sleep. So this is not just a product that you use for overnight sleep. This is something that you use for nap time too. So whenever you're going to put the baby down, you put them in a swaddle up. Okay, what else? Does this work? Yes, this works. As I told you, there's thousands of reviews online. That's because it works. But Love to Dream, actually, they did a Facebook poll. They polled their followers on Facebook, and they got over 1,200 responses. Now remember, anything over 1,000 is considered statistically significant. They got over 1,200 responses, and the question was very simple. They said, before you started using Love to Dream, how many hours a night was that baby getting sleep? And then they said, after you started using Love to Dream, how many hours of sleep were you getting? And it went from about 3.8 hours was the average to over 7.4. So that's nearly a doubling in the amount of sleep. That's what I'm telling you guys. This thing works. This product works. Another key thing, we don't size by age because let's face it, every baby's different at a different size, right? I'm like a certain size. I know. I could used to lose a few pounds. I get it. But my age doesn't matter, right? That's not relevant. Well, the swaddle up is the same thing. Basically, we size it by weight because that's going to be, the baby's weight is the baby's weight. And so that's how you make sure you get the right garment. And the tendency sometimes from parents is to think, oh, I'll just buy it a little big and let them grow into it, thinking that you'll get a longer lifespan out of it. But remember, this is not a pajama. This is a swaddling product. So having the right size is critical. I always make the analogy, Would you loosely blanket swaddle your baby so it's roomy and they have room to grow into it? Of course not. That's ridiculous. This is the same thing. It's a swaddle product. So for safety reasons and for efficacy reasons, you want this thing to work, buy the right size, size by weight. And remember, you know, the newborn size is 5 to 8.5 pounds. And a lot of parents are like, well, you know, my baby's going to be 8 pounds and I won't need it. Remember, your baby loses about 10% of their body weight in the first week of life, and then they take a couple weeks to gain it back. So almost every baby is going to need to start in the newborn size and then go up into the small, and I'm not going to tell you anymore. You're going to have to check out the booth, and then you'll learn all about it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to tell you about Love to Dream for now. We'll just shoosh these out of the way. Then I'm going to very awkwardly move my camera around to show you the other brand that I'm going to tell you about, and you'll actually get a little sneak peek of Know Me, but just a quick one, There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll make that work. Okay, the second brand I'm going to tell you about is Lascal. Oh, I need to get a little bit more of that over there. Try to do that without getting the TV screen in, because then there'll be like 1,000 images. What you can't see is like right up here. That's what I'm looking at you. Okay, so we're going to talk to you about Lascal. Lascal is another booth I want you to visit, Lascal. And this is great because this has also got something for you second or third time parents, or maybe fourth or fifth time parents, God bless you if you are, that are out there logged in right now and watching. We're going to show you something that's going to be specifically for you too. Okay, Lascal is a Swedish design, it's a Swedish company, they moved, but it's a Swedish designer, so the products are of Swedish design is what I'm trying to say. And if you don't know, Scandinavian products, Swedish products, they are great at solving problems, right? You think about a little company like IKEA, right? How many times do you walk in there and it's like, oh, all their products are just about solving problems. And that's what Lascal does too. Scandinavian products tend to be very efficient. There's not a lot of fluff and extra things. I mean, you know, we don't have a baby carrier with built-in Bluetooth speakers for the baby. The products that Scandinavians design tend to do exactly what they're supposed to do, and they do it really, really well. So the first product that you'll hear about when you go to the Lascal booth is this little guy over here, the M1 carrier. It is a structured carrier, and it's going to solve a lot of your problems, okay? There's a lot of carriers on the market. I mentioned that it's a structured carrier. The other type of carrier is a soft fabric carrier. So carriers that, the two types, a structured carrier, it has a certain design and it does certain things and it does them very well. Certain positions to wear, things like that. Whereas with the fabric style carriers, it's more of a wrapping thing, and the way that you put it on and how you wear it and how you put the baby in it is how you use the different carry holds. And they're both great, okay? The most important thing is that baby wearing is amazing. By all means, please do it. Just do it. Good tagline there. Just do it. Okay. Anyway, you know, baby wearing, it calms the baby. It soothes the baby. It's great for physical bonding. It's great for socialization. Why socialization, Jeff? What are you talking about? Well, if we look at our baby here, who's forward facing, when I'm wearing that carrier and the baby is forward facing and I'm having a conversation with you, that baby is right in between us. So the baby's watching you talk, they're listening to you, they're listening to our conversation. So yeah, carriers, baby wearing, it's great for socialization. It's better for our posture as parents, right? If you wear a baby carrier properly, which is high on your chest, right? The Baby Carrier Industry Alliance, their motto is visible and kissable, which means they want you to be able to look in the carrier and see the baby's face, that's the visible part, and kiss the top of their head, that's the kissable part. That means you can keep an eye on them, make sure that everything is good, the baby's good, that's what you want to do. And if you wear it high on your body, it's going to take some of the load off your lower back. I always feel bad for parents when I'm at these live events and you're out there and you see a parent, they've got the baby like way down here and there's like a strap that's cutting into their neck. That is not how you wear a baby. That is going to be super uncomfortable for you. Another reason that baby wearing is great, preterm babies. Don't forget those preterm babies, they're supposed to still be in the womb, right? In a lot of cases. So baby wearing is great. When you're baby wearing, remember the baby gets your body heat. They can feel your heartbeat. they can hear you, and they can smell you. And these are all familiar things to your child, and that is one of the reasons that it is just a great thing to do to calm and soothe them. Okay, as far as a carrier, what it should do is it should put the baby in a proper, safe position, right? Proper, comfortable position. Well, the M1 carrier, it's going to put your baby in what's called the preferred M seating position. And that basically means that their hips are going to be in a good position for hip development. You know, when babies are first born, I like to refer to them as like a little blob of goo. It's like, you know, the cartilage, there's still a lot of cartilage in there. The bones aren't fully developed. They don't have good muscle tone yet because they've just been sitting in that fetal position, kind of rolling around for a long time. Haven't been out working out yet. And so when they're born, you know, they've got to be in good position so that as that cartilage is developing, it develops right. Well, in a baby carrier, what you don't want is you don't want a carrier where the baby's legs can hang straight down. You want the baby sitting in the carrier in what's called the M seating position. And that's what the M1 is going to do for you. When the baby's a newborn at 8 pounds, it's got an infant insert. It's great for that position, holds their thighs up, keeps their hips in a great position. As they get older, you're going to take that infant insert out. It's going to do the same thing. It's still going to provide that support. And look at the great support my front-facing baby has here. See that hip-to-knee support from the carrier? Baby's legs are in front of them. They're sitting in the carrier. That's what you want. Gotta make sure I don't go too long. Okay. The second product I did mention to you, that, and again, this is for you parents that maybe you've already got a baby, is the buggy board. The Lascal buggy board is the original rider board. Mr. Lascal developed this back way in 1998. Probably a lot of you weren't even alive then, but don't tell me because you'll make me sad. But the buggy board is the original rider board for strollers, and that's what it does. It attaches to the back of the stroller, so you don't have to, if you're having your second or your third child, you don't have to go get a double stroller, a super wide stroller, a super long stroller. You can have that stroller that you love, attach the buggy board to it, and your toddler will ride on that rider board while the new baby rides in the stroller. But go to the Lascal booth. I'll give you a full demo on how it works, why it's universal, right? So if you're a second or third time mom, I know this for a fact, you've got more than one stroller. That is for sure. Well, with the buggy board, you can use it on any stroller you've got. This will fit like 95% of strollers in the world, okay? You can go to the buggy board website. You can see the hundreds and hundreds of strollers that this will fit. And we actually can show you detailed fitting instructions of how to attach it to your stroller. But that's just a little quick look. You can see it's, can you see it? Yes, you can. You can see it on the stroller over here. This is a beautiful Nuna stroller. You can see how the rider board attaches to the back of the stroller. Oh, look at that, nice and high. My feet are gonna go right underneath it as I'm walking behind it. That's perfect, that's exactly what you want. Okay, and my time is coming up. So I just wanted to say thank you for your attention. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties we experienced in the beginning. Tune in tomorrow, 11:30 Pacific time, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30 Eastern time. I think so, that sounds about right. To hear my colleague Dave Milligan tell you about Decor and Nomi, which is kind of over here. It's this really super cool looking high chair. And Decor, diaper disposal, come on. You got diaper pails, you got a lot of diapers. Use it, love it. Thanks.